Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today's reading is going to be messages from your divine masculine to you divine feminine. And this is going to resonate more for those of you who are in separation and who may not have heard from your divine masculine in a while. These are his messages to you, okay? If you have been in contact with your divine masculine, but yet you feel like he's holding some things back, then you may get a message that, may give you some clarity as to what are some of those things that they're holding back from you. So just stay tuned for that. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. And if you're interested in a personal reading, the information is always in the description box. If you don't know where the description box is, it's basically to the right. There is a down arrow. You press that down arrow and it will give you all the information about the readings. All right. So anyways, let's go ahead and get started and see what's going on. What messages your divine masculine has. So Spirit, for divine masculines who are in separation with their divine feminine, what messages does he have that he's not telling or that he may be withholding? What messages does he have? Okay, so the first message that we have is dreams. It says, I can't even dream without seeing you, okay? So your divine masculine, when he goes to sleep at night and when he dreams, you seem to be in most of his dreams, if not all of them, okay? So, he is wanting you to know that. So we also have strange, and it says, our connection defies explanation. So your divine masculine knows that when it comes to your connection, he knows that there is something extravagant about it, and it defies all explanation. If your divine masculine doesn't really know much about the whole twin flame journey and doesn't know that he's a divine masculine, basically what he's saying to you is that even if he doesn't know what all of that is, he knows that there's something about your connection. It's like it seems strange to him. He knows there's something very strong about it that he cannot explain. And this is why it says our connection defies explanation. And it is strange, okay? So it's strange to him. And then we have, I want to have a heart-to-heart conversation with you. So it looks like, your divine masculine does actually want to have communication with you, okay? Because again, he feels that pull. It's strange to him. He doesn't understand. He does feel that pull to your connection. He doesn't know how to explain it. He doesn't know why, but he knows it's there. Okay, and I think what's amplifying that is the fact that he's dreaming about you all the time. Okay, he's dreaming about you all the time. He doesn't understand, why is this pull there? Why, why? What's this all about? So let's see. What else, Spirit? What other messages do you have? What other messages does this divine masculine have? For his divine feminine who are in separation. Okay, we have family. We have divine timing. Okay, we do have deception coming out, okay? Let's see, what is this deception about? Let me get a clarifier for the deception really quick so I can get a little bit more information about what all of that's about. Okay, two cards came out. We have material world and self-worth. Okay, so some things are making sense. Okay, so number one, we do have family. We do have divine timing. And then, of course, we did have deception. All right, that came out with material world and self-worth. Okay, so I feel like, wow, so I do feel like when he dreams about you, I feel like, in those dreams, he is, really, you know, having a family with you in these dreams. He can see himself. Maybe, he sees you two married, having children, okay? Because, there is some children here in this card. I feel like these are things that, that he dreams about. And that is the reason why, he feels so strange, and he feels like your connection defies all explanation, It's like, wow, this is strange. I'm dreaming about her, and I'm dreaming, that we have a family together. And this, and again, if you have not, had communication in a while, this is, really making him want to reach out to you. Okay. Now we do have divine timing here. Okay. Divine timing is one of those things that's like, it's like it's a blessing, and it seems like a blessing and a curse all at the same time, because it's like, divine timing is basically, when the divine feels that, that you two are aligned enough to come together. Okay. However, the downside to that is that, it's the waiting for it to happen. So again, the blessing of it is, that the divine knows when it is the correct time for you to come together. And when they decide to bring you together on their timing, it's because they know it's the perfect time. Of course, the curse about it, or at least, the downside to it, is that, it's not when you want it to happen. It's not when your expectations want it to happen. It's when the divine feels it's time. Okay. So then we have deception, right? So we have deception, and the two cards that came out as clarifiers is self-worth and material world. So I feel like, for those of you that may be in contact with your divine masculine, or even if you haven't, what it is that they're really keeping from you is that, number one, their material world right now may not be doing very well, okay? Because, with self-worth, it's kind of like, your divine masculine, is struggling a bit with their self-worth, okay? And, obviously, their vibration could be low because of, the material world. This pandemic has taken a toll on everyone, okay? In some way, shape, or form, okay? But it looks like, money could, obviously be, obviously be a factor here for him, okay? And so it could also be that, he doesn't feel worthy right now, being that he may not have, much to offer you, okay? So his self-worth is kind of like, she deserves more, so I don't want to dive in, without being able to show that I can, offer something in the material world, okay? So this is definitely something that, that he's really keeping towards himself. It can also be, deception could also be that if there's a third party involved, they probably really, factored into, this money loss. And again, it's brought this divine masculine self-worth down. His vibration is low, and he just doesn't know how to really combat it at this particular time, okay? Divine timing. He doesn't feel like it's the time, right? Because he's not able to show himself in a very confident way to you. And I feel like that really affects his self-worth. Okay. And just maybe some of them in general just want to be able to move forward when the timing is right, when they have all their ducks in a row and they have something that they can really bring forward to offer you. Okay, so money is definitely causing this divine masculine's self-worth to impact the situation. Okay, whether it's not being in contact with you at all, or whether he is in contact with you and just not really opening up as much as you would like for him to. He's kind of holding some things back. All right, so and he's embarrassed to tell you. Okay, but again, and then considering the fact that he's dreaming about you having a family with you. Well, I feel like if he's not in the financial state in order to be able to do this for you, then yeah, it's definitely going to impact his self-worth. Okay, so I really feel like the connection, this strange feeling that he has about you, is really thinking long term, not just short term, but long term, as to what he wants to inevitably be able to offer you in the future, what you deserve. And since right now he's not able to do that, he just feels like either not moving forward at this particular time is the best thing to do, or if you are in contact, it's that he's just not ready to tell you everything yet. And he may be moving very slowly because in the back of his mind he knows what the issue is, but he may just be too embarrassed to tell you what that is. All right, so those are definitely some reasons. I mean, whether you think they're good reasons or bad reasons, I mean, that's what the reasonings are, at least some of it. Let's see. Let's pull a few cards from here and see what else. What else, Spirit? What else? What other messages? What other messages, Spirit? Okay, so this one is talking about taking a trip with you. Get away from the karmic. Make future plans to be together. So, again, as I said before, for those where there is, karmic involved, again, I feel like this is part of, the dreams, dreaming about having family with you, dreaming about going on a trip with you, getting away, and, making plans to, break away from the karmic so that you two can make plans together. So I do believe that this is part of the dreams that, that he has, if there's a karmic. And if there isn't a karmic involved, then, still same concept. I think it's part of, something that he dreams about you. He's dreaming about you a lot. And so, he's dreaming about having a family. He's dreaming about going on a trip with you. This one says, I have no passion for the karmic. All my passion is for you. So again, where there's a karmic involved, your divine masculine wants you to know that there's no passion there. What passion he does have is for you. Okay, so then this is actually a third-party deck. It's just kind of one that I, kind of put together myself for like three-party situations. So these do talk a little bit more about the karmic. So This one says, the karmic is using my children as leverage against me to stay. So as we've seen over here with deception, and I talked about this a little while ago with money and self-worth, I feel like, this is definitely, what I said, material world can mean money. It can mean, the home. It can mean your children. Okay, so, and I did say that, where there's a third party, the karmic could be deceiving this divine masculine, bringing his self-worth down. And this is one of the things is that, for some of you, this divine masculine is dealing with a karmic who's using the children as leverage in order to keep this divine masculine there in that connection. All right, so unfortunately, that is a material world problem, and it's definitely, brought his self-worth down because, how do you choose between, your children, and that's difficult. I mean, some, get to the point where they are able to find a way out, but I do feel like money is an issue. And so because money is an issue, maybe he can't pay for a lawyer right now to fix the situation to where he could get custody of his kids, or even half custody, just something along those lines. The money isn't there to be able to combat this. Okay, so but he has no passion for the karmic. He dreams about you. He dreams about, what? And we did see family too. So that's another confirmation over here. I do feel like he does, dream of having a family with you, going on trips with you, but also, this family could also go with this deception. And of course we are seeing it here too, the children, using the children as leverage. So this family has, more meanings than one, So, there's some pretty important reasons here for why this divine masculine, has not reached out to you. Again, whether you find the reasons, good or not, there's still what messages Spirit is giving us to let us, know what, some of these problems are. Okay, so unfortunately, there's a couple of different ones there. So let's take a look and see. So how does he feel about you? How does this divine masculine feel about you? Even though you are in separation, how does he feel about you? How does this divine masculine in separation feel about his divine feminine? Look at that. We have the Emperor. We have the King of Pentacles, the Page of Pentacles, and we have the Seven of Cups. All right. So, some good things here. Some good things, and then, so with the Seven of Cups here, I mean, this is obviously about confusion and, his options. He obviously has some options, but he's, really confused, and he doesn't know which one to choose. And we already see, why he's confused. Okay, we already seen the reasons why he's confused and why he's having a hard time making a choice. Okay, all these cups hold something. You see the man here, he knows he's got these choices, but he doesn't know which one to choose. Okay, so this is also about confusion and fantasies. We already see that he dreams about you. He fantasizes about having a family with you. He fantasizes about going on a trip, and getting away from the karmic, making future plans with you. Those are part of the fantasies, and the illusions. But it's also confusion and trying to find the cup that he wants to choose. Okay, so we have the Emperor here. Okay, the Emperor is somebody who is responsible, and he's also does represent the divine masculine. So You know, I feel like, you know, as we already seen with the Strange card, I feel like, you know, he knows there's something special about your connection. And, you know, for some of them, they may have heard the word twin flames, and maybe they've done some research, and so now they're like, oh my gosh, maybe I am a divine masculine, you know. So that's why the Emperor is coming out, you know. But again, too, the Emperor is somebody who's responsible, and it's a lot like the King of Pentacles. King of Pentacles is also somebody responsible, and you know, is head of the house, and, you know, takes care of the finances. So oddly enough, this card is coming out, and, you know, we already have, you know, material world coming out. So, you know, this again is just this is just confirmation that, you know, this divine masculine, because this is how he feels about you, right? Yeah, he feels confused. Okay, he feels confused, and he'd like to, he knows he has options in front of him, and you are one of those options, and he knows it. Okay, he does feel like he wants to, you know, come to you, you know, as a divine masculine and offer you something. We already seen that. Okay, with the King of Pentacles, I feel like King of Pentacles is here to say that yes, he feel, you know, the King of Pentacles is also a husband. Okay, he genuinely feels like he wants to be able to give you the world, and we already talked about this in the beginning. He wants to be able to give you more than what he's able to at this time, because we already saw the self-worth and the deception, right? So we already know there's a problem. So, you know, this is just validating that, okay? Is that, you know, he feels like he would like to give you something. But with the Page of Pentacles here, this is basically, you know, going backwards, you know, from a king to a page. This is basically saying that, yes, he would love to give you the world, but right now he doesn't have that. Okay, all he has is this one pentacle. It's, you know, this is where his self-worth kind of plays in, you know. It's like, you know, this is, so genuinely the way that you'd want to see this is you'd want to see Page, King, Emperor. Okay, that's how you really want to see it. But the cards didn't come out like that. They came out Emperor, King, and Page, which means that this is his self-worth here. Okay, this is what's happening, is that, you know, maybe at one point he was, you know, he had money, he had, you know, things that he can offer you. But at this particular time, he's gone from, you know, an emperor to a king to a page. And this is what's really affecting his self-worth, okay? Because he doesn't have a whole lot that he can give you. What he does have, what that pentacle is basically his love for you, the passion that he has for you, you know? But he wants to be able to give you more, okay? And right now, he's not able to. Because again, he went downwards, not upwards. And so this has really affected his self-worth. And because of that, he's just not, divine timing, he feels like it's not the right time. And even the divine concurs with that, okay? Because, you know, men want to feel like they are able to give you what you deserve. Okay, and when they feel like they can't, it really does affect their self-worth. All right, so, you know, I mean, all these cards really validate what these are saying here. All right, they're really validating. So let's see, let's pull, you know, a couple of future energies and see, let's see if some of this will change. Future energies. Future energies for this divine masculine when it comes to his divine feminine. What else, Spirit? What else can you... This one's sticking out. Future energies, future energies. Okay, so we have the Two of Fire. It says you're coming into your own new partnerships or contracts. Continue to move forward. Love it. Nine of Fire, which is the Nine of Wands. Don't give up. Protect that which you've created. Have courage and believe in yourself. I love this because then we have the Eight. We have the Eight of Air, which is the Eight of Swords. All right, and this is an illusion of being trapped. Okay, a lack of self-confidence, afraid to take action. Holy moly, this is absolutely crazy. So number one, this is what I love. Okay, we're talking about future energies here, and we did talk about his self-worth, and this is what this is exactly talking about. You know, he lacks confidence right now. So basically what this is saying is that so this is saying that he's trapped, but you know, it's an illusion. And I mean, didn't we talk about the illusion here with the Seven of Cups? Some more validation here. You know, so this divine masculine feels trapped, but it's an illusion, okay? And so what I'm seeing is that, you know, right now, it's because, like I said, when you feel like your confidence and your self-worth is down, you feel stuck and you feel trapped, but you're not really. So what I see is that this divine masculine future energies is actually going to be able to realize that this is just an illusion, and where he's lacking his confidence, he's going to be able to gain that confidence, and he's not going to be afraid to take action. Why? Because here and here we see that, you know, he actually, you know, he actually goes, you know, he starts fighting, you know. So the Nine of Wands is basically saying, don't give up, protect that which you've created, have courage and believe in yourself. So he's going from not having any self-confidence to now having courage and believing in himself, okay? And protect what is his. So protecting his children, protecting himself, protecting his, you know, his confidence. He's going to fight for it, okay? And, you know, he's not going to give up. And because of that, because he goes from, you know, lack of self-confidence and feeling trapped to then taking his power back, having the courage and believing in himself, then guess what? Two of Fire, okay? Now he's going to come into his own, have new partnerships, and continue to move forward. And having new, you know, having new partnerships, that's obviously with you, Divine Feminine. So that's absolutely beautiful. I mean, we started out with, you know, seeing that he's having some, you know, some self-worth issues, lack of confidence, and he actually realizes this in the future, and he tackles it. He fights for it so that he can have this, you know, brand new beginning with you. And that's absolutely beautiful. So let's see, let's just pull one more oracle here. Let's see, let's pull a closing card. So how do you want to close this out, Spirit? How do you want to close this out? I hope that the sound on this is not too bad. I think I forgot to turn it up. Hopefully you all can hear. Okay, let's see. Oh, love it. So we have acceptance. Acceptance. So let's see what the book says on this. And this is the number 4 card. So it says acceptance of the current situation is the first step to change. Holy moly. Talk about validation. Okay? Let's say that again. Acceptance of the current situation is the first step to change. The past does not exist. The future hasn't happened. There is only right now. Okay? So choosing to accept ourselves fully and the positive, we are able to take the next step towards growth. When we can plant our feet solid to the ground, to the earth, we can say, yes, here's exactly where I am, and I accept this fully. Okay? Accepting where you are right now is in its fullness allows you to also accept that there may be some chaos in the change before there is full order. This can be an exciting feeling rather than one that generates fear if we hold our new intentions clearly. Okay, so basically what this is saying is that, so number one, this divine masculine, and I feel like this is why he is able to move from, feeling the way he does now to later on, because I feel like he needs to accept right now what the situation is. Okay, this is the first step to moving forward. Okay, so what it's saying is that, if he can accept what is going on currently, then he can actually move forward. And what's going to happen is then he's going to be able to lay his feet solidly on the ground, and he's going to be able to move forward. There's going to be some change there, but that change doesn't necessarily have to be out of fear. That change can actually be exciting, is what it's saying. Okay, and so I feel like that's what's going to happen, is that this divine masculine is going to accept these things, and he's going to plant his feet down. He's going to start to move forward without fear, and he's going to be excited about it. And because of that, new possibilities are going to happen. But this is also for you, divine feminine, because you also need to accept what's going on right now too. Okay? I know that a lot of times divine feminines don't like to hear excuses. They sometimes, and it's not all of you, because all of you do have, a lot of you have unconditional love and you do understand, while some will say, oh, those are just excuses, well, maybe, but no two people are the same, and how one person deals with something as opposed to another, number one, you shouldn't have expectation. Okay, you should never have expectations. You should accept what is and wait for divine timing. Okay? Accept what is and wait for divine timing. One more time. Accept what is and wait for divine timing with unconditional love. Okay? So, listen, it's up to you. Nobody said this journey was easy. We all know that it's not. But, have a little bit of empathy for what he may be going through. Know that even though he doesn't have the self-esteem right now, he will be able to enforce that into courage, and he will be able to get out of that, okay, and be able to move forward towards you, okay? But you can't really down a person who they have children, and if they don't have children, well, it does change the scenario a little bit, but, not fully. But, for the ones where there is children involved, you really do need to be, a little more understanding with that, because it's not easy to just, it's not easy to just, walk away from your children unless, you know that you're going to be able to have some kind of visitation rights or whatnot. So anyways, having said all of that, the situation. I hope this gives some of you some answers. I love you all. If you're interested in a personal reading, then go ahead and, contact me. Also, if you feel like you really understand the messages here, and you feel like you're ready to accept and believe in divine timing, then I want you to leave me a comment saying that you accept, okay? Because once you accept, then you also accept that you are able to believe in the divine and believe that they know when divine timing is best for you. So again, if you accept, then go ahead and leave me a comment saying that you accept. All right, I wish all of you, happiness, and hopefully, for those of you that have not had contact in a while, you may get some contact, because it looks like it looks like he's definitely wanting to speak with you. Okay, so you may end up getting a phone call that you hadn't thought about, or that you didn't think was going to happen. All right, so talk to you soon. Bye bye.